Hello out there in the universe. It's live on KEXP. I'm your host, Abbie, from listener-powered, independent KEXP, broadcasting live in Seattle, the Bay Area, and all around the world at KEXP.org and via our free mobile apps. And we're a nonprofit, and these live performances are made possible by donations from you. So thank you, and a huge welcome to this timeless band, the Chameleons. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's an honor to have you in this space.
It's one of my favorite radio stations.
Heck yes, I love to hear that.
Yeah.
And they're going to be playing tracks from the epic 1986 release, Strange Times, and a little something new.
Yes.
Shall we?
Trusted friend, trust this friend as far as you can pierce. Yeah, he holds the night, he hides in the shadows and avoids the light, and masturbates the madness in you. His lying eyes, Mad Jack's eyes can't disguise. Step inside. Well, just watch him now, where he's walking. It's a vacuum world. Every word a frightened strangle scream. Oh, he's got tonight. He walks on water and he's always right. Look at all the madness in America. There he's got tonight. He walks on water and he's always right. Look at all the madness now in Russia. His lying eyes, Mad Trump's eyes can't disguise. I find everybody's losing their mind. What's this I see? I don't know you, you don't know me. If you wanna dash Jack, don't look
The Chameleons live on KEXP.
It's a coincidence. Well, you can talk that way, but I have to say I don't believe in it. And with the chill of chance, I decided to dance the days away. I wasn't worried at all, sneaking through the back door. I wasn't worried at all. Dreams are what you live for, waiting for the lights to turn green. Carry me home to the kindest eyes that I've ever seen. Carry me home. Well, can you tell me how will it be now? How will it be? Can you tell me how will it be now? How will it be? Well, we were younger then, and the days were long and slow. But were we wiser then? I couldn't say, I wouldn't know. I wasn't worried at all. I had someone to run to. I wasn't worried at all. I knew which way the wind blew, picking out the chaos and gloom. Spin round the room, carry me home. Well, can you tell me how will it be now? How will it be? Can you tell me how will it be now? How will it be? La la la. Cries out to everyone for his only son. And from the window of my room now, I can see the color blue now. You can't even look in my eyes now. What would you see if you could look into my eyes right now? What would you see? What would you see? And so I'll remember you. I'll remember the ways, the thousands of ways you pull me. coming out. Turn cruel in the playground of school. Poor Claudius played the fool. Survival is cool. One for the grace, to prowl as you please. Two for the pulpit, down on your knees. Opened our hearts to shame, and there's no one to blame. Hey, everything was clearer than today. You have to hold on to your childhood. Open your eyes, stay as you are, my friend. You have to hold on. Hold on. Way. My life is a Barclays loan and a mortgage to pay. Led straight to freedom and family ties. Here's to the bags that are under my eyes. Opened our hearts to pride, but there's nothing inside. Everything was a clearer today. You have to hold on to your childhood. Open your eyes, stay as you are, my friend. You have to hold on. Hold on. I hope you go far. Together we'll stand and prop up the bar. I'm watching you now, cleaning your car. Open your eyes and stay as you are. Open your eyes and stay as you are. You have to hold on to your childhood. To your childhood.
The Chameleons live on KEXP. The Chameleons live on KEXP.
He followed where she led, the mattress where she bled, a pillow for his head. She saw in him a star, she followed from afar, but only in her head. And when the sky caved in, he was not her thing, she was not his queen, the saddest thing I've ever seen. I can't close my eyes till I'm free of it, free of it. I can't close my eyes till I'm free of it, free of it.
Danny and Mark with the Chameleons performing a brand new song. That was breathtaking. It was absolutely gorgeous.
It's a brand new song. It's the first time we've ever performed it outside of the studio. But obviously, that's a stripped down version of it. We play it, everybody's on it in the studio. But that's the first time we played it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful track. Those lyrics are just like heartbreaking. I was like, oh, wow. It's amazing. And thank you so much for gifting us that in our studio. That's amazing.
You know how big a fan of KEXP I am, so.
We're a big fan of you and everyone here.
Yeah, you've been good to us over the years, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's so exciting that you guys are like back in the studio after 20 years working on a brand new record. There's already the EP.
Yeah.
But like, is the album finished or are we
No, we're only halfway. I mean, we've got enough material for the album, but we want to keep our options open, and we're going to finish it in July. Maybe hopefully explore a few more other ideas we haven't been able to get to. We hope to deliver it by the end of July, and then it's in the hands of Metropolis Records, really, how quickly they can produce it. And Reg is going to do the sleeve as usual, so he needs time for that. So I can't actually say when it's going to be out, but we're going to finish it in July.
That's so exciting. And what's it like to be back in the studio?
It's great, actually. I mean, I came into it with a lot of trepidation, personally, because I thought it was going to be a struggle, because we hadn't worked together, Reg and I, on new music for such a long time. And I thought it was going to be like pulling teeth, but in actual fact, once we got in, and everybody got involved, Danny on keyboards, Todd, Demma on drums, Stephen Rice has moved up to guitar from drums. He was the drummer in Chameleons Vox. He's taken on guitar now. And all of the components were in place. And it came very, very quickly, didn't it? And very effortlessly. It was really a joy. I mean, by the time we got to the third week, we'd pretty much got an album's worth of stuff, hadn't we? Yeah. And it was really quick.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I know, it surprised me.
Yeah, I love those unexpected surprises. Like, you may have a little anxiety, but then everything just falls into place.
Well, we had the anxiety because I personally made a point of saying that I didn't want to rely on the legacy sound because that was very significant part of that was a guitar player who'd left the band 20 years ago, and I didn't want to steal his guitar sound for the sake of the legacy audiences. So I was kind of worried about, what's it going to be like, but those fears were very quickly allayed once we got underway. It came quickly, and we're all very excited by what we're doing.
I'm so glad to hear that. And like you said that you're like working with some different ideas. Anything you could share about that, about the direction of this record?
Well, yeah, I mean, when we first started, we came right out of punk. So obviously, that post-punk influence was very apparent in what we were doing. And that was great, But now that we're kind of older, we can embrace our real influences, I feel, which is mainly really the 60s and the 70s, mid to late 70s and the mid 60s. That's kind of those were the records that made us want to make records ourselves and be songwriters and stuff. So now that we've moved on from all of that post-punk stuff, and we can explore that a little bit more. I mean, as you heard the song that we just did, I remember thinking, wow, I could hear this on Hunky Dory or something, it was that kind of song. So, I mean, that's really great because we're unfettered by the straitjacket, really, that style and sound put us in. And I understand that it's going to polarize the audience to a certain extent. I mean, it's already started to happen with the single a little bit, but I'm not worried about that because when I was initially worried, Reg said to me, look, he said, as long as we're excited by it, as long as we're pleasing ourselves, and that's the way it's always been, right the way down the line, we always had that philosophy that we had to be excited about it. We weren't trying to please an audience, because at the time we didn't have one. So we have to take that philosophy forward, and he was absolutely right. And once he said that, I relaxed on it, and I feel that we're doing that. I feel that for the first time, all of the components, as I've named them, are now in place. These are the people that I think we can take Chameleons forward with. And as many as we might lose, because we don't sound like we sounded 30, 40 years ago, I think we're going to hopefully draw more people in that probably weren't into that so much, right? And just like to hear really great songs. I think we're writing great songs. I mean, I'm not an arrogant person. I honestly believe that. I've been buying records since I was a toddler, so I know a good song when I hear it.
Yeah, and I heard 2 great new songs, so I don't think it's going to polarize anybody. I'm just like, it makes me more excited to hear what direction this record will take.
Thank you.
And it's just amazing to see the range with like having a stripped down version of that track and, you know, still that anthemic Chameleons. I love it. So, and I'm so excited that you guys are excited about the work you're doing.
I mean, you know, a couple of times he's been in tears. We've been getting the backing tracks together, and I've turned around and he's been crying. You know, he loved it so much.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, Danny in particular, like one of the big songs from the record. He actually arranged it. He actually got it down into a workable. He took it home. He's in homework. He was up all night arranging it and stuff. And it's great to have people like that in the band again that can contribute in all sorts of different ways. As I say, you know, I feel like for the first time, it feels like I'm in a band that can take Chameleons forward for the first time, really, since the original band broke up.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, just that fresh energy in the studio, I'm sure.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, we're really, really enjoying it. And the gigs as well, you know, they're playing live with these guys as well. I mean, it just feels really good. And the studio we're enjoying it so much. The ideas are just flowing freely. And we're going to have more material than we need. And that's never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing at all. We're here for another bonus album with the new album. I'm here for it.
There you go.
It's amazing. And also, like, I know you have this 3-song EP out right now.
Yeah.
Have you been performing those tracks live as well?
We've been doing the single, obviously.
Yes.
I mean, we're not performing songs from the new album, really, because we didn't want it all over YouTube before the album was even finished.
Totally fair.
Which is like the way it is these days. So we're kind of saving that. But we're playing the single. The other track that's on that record was one of the first songs we ever wrote. We didn't finish it.
Gotcha.
And what happened was we were playing 2 nights in Manchester at Christmas, and we did a kind of history of the band from the very beginning. And I was saying, well, we should take some of those songs that we never got finished or were never really officially released. They came out on dodgy retrospectives, but they weren't actually finished and produced. And we should do those for this concert. And we did that, and we liked them so much. I said we should record them. And the idea really was that, because as I say, I didn't expect the album to come so quickly. So when we went in, I thought, well, if we do that, that'll give us momentum. Rather than sit around, you know, pulling teeth, waiting for the ideas to come, because that's how I imagined it would be. Yeah. We'll do this first, and then that'll give us the momentum going forward. And what that did was it really took us, it was like time traveling. It took us right back to the very, very beginning, before we even did the Peel session, right to our very root. And then it's kind of like, instead of where we went that way, where we went like, well, epic, John Peel, epic, the sound that you know, it was all very good, and that the way, but let's try going this way. And so it was kind of like that. And I really like it because it's as I say, the first things that we kind of got together, but it's this Chameleons that's playing on it, and I think we've updated it and stuff. So that's we did 6. And a friend of mine called Philip Sobel, who in Berlin, has an underground vinyl label. And it was his birthday on New Year's Eve, and he expected me to say no, but he said, I don't suppose Chameleons have got anything I could put out. And I said, well, as it happens, we might. And I gave him choice. I said, you can pick 5 of the 6, because I think at that point I knew we were going to do a single, and I didn't want to pull anything else off the album. So he chose 5. His label, let me see if I can get this right, his label is called Aufnahme plus Wiedergabe, which is recording and playback. And as I say, he mainly does vinyl. He does a lot of underground stuff. I'm a really big fan of his label and a fan of him. He's going to be putting that out later this year. So he's going to put the other 5 out at some point this year. And the 6th one was the one that you heard on the EP. And then there's an acoustic song that I did called Forever, which I played to the guys. I just played it to them in the studio, and they all said, like, well, you've got to put that on, you've got to put that on. Which has made me very proud, actually. So, because I'm actually playing guitar on that as well. So, and I felt really proud. So that's gone on it as well. So, yeah, that's the EP.
That's so exciting, and it's just fun. Also, just cool that you like time traveled back to the roots and
that's
like
exactly what it was like.
And just found something totally new
It
and
was
different.
cool. Yeah.
And do you find that like so I know that you just recently kicked off tour playing Strange Times in full. Are you finding kind of like a new return to the roots of that record and finding something new there?
Well, I think I'm not a big fan of album performances, generally speaking.
Gotcha.
I think I like doing them, but I always thought they should be like one-off events rather than a tour. But with Strange Times, I feel differently because I think it marked a maturity in our writing. I think there was a distinct difference in that record between anything that we'd done previously. There was a little bit more adventurous, I think. It's also more challenging to play live. It's a challenging piece to do, which makes it fun. But I also think it's the closest thing to what we're kind of doing now, really, than any of the others are. I mean, we still play a lot of stuff from Script to the Bridge, of course we do. And, we'll be playing some of these that I said that, that are on Philip's record. We'll be playing them at some stage. But it was because I think the writing marks a kind of a maturity from there. And then there were the tracks that came out as the Tony Fletcher tracks, which we want to explore doing those because we feel they're kind of closer to the way that we write now. Yeah.
And I like that. That's awesome. And it's cool to be able to, you just got a wealthy discography of like work, and to be able to reference that and build is
I always felt we weren't prolific enough, actually. I always felt we got lazy or things got in the way. Once we signed to a label, it seemed that everything was getting in the way of making the music, really. And, we weren't getting together. We weren't able to get together as often and stuff. And I always wish we'd been a little more prolific than we were. But thank you for saying that, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you've pushed through whatever block that was, and like this great new view of things. As it's just amazing. I'm still like recovering from the last track. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And, and I just love how... like you said, just this maturity that's in Strange Times, like it's so distinctive, like I would say emotionally mature too. Like you feel the ebbs and flows of everything that's kind of universal in there and match it so well with your lyrics.
I mean, I think so. I mean, with songs like Caution, we'd never done anything like that before. We'd never certainly done anything like that Treatment of Tears that we did. We hadn't done anything like Seriosity. I mean, it was just completely new kind of departure. Well, not a departure, but a progression, but a maturity, I think, in our writing that I really liked. I mean... obviously, the first one, your first album is always going to be your favourite, right? Because it's your first one, and circumstances were that we had to make it ourselves. So, having worked with the BBC and worked with Steve Lillywhite, it put us in good stead. But, we had to do it ourselves, whereas we had a producer on Strange Times that really helped, David M. Allen. It really brought a lot to that record and made us, we were a much better band afterwards for working with him. So, there was all those elements about it. But I like performing that record for all those reasons.
Yeah, and I was always curious, like when I first heard the record, I'm just like, these lyrics, I just love how they're put together, and I just was wondering, what was your approach with that?
Well, on Strange Times, it was very spontaneous. I mean, I had kind of an idea of the themes. At the time, I was meeting a lot of kids that I'd gone to school with, which is why I used my school nickname on the back of it as a little nod, because I went through a phase of just accidentally meeting up with the kids that I'd been to school with and all these different places in life that they were. And those themes were the ones that were in my head when I did it, but I didn't actually do any pre-writing for it. I had a few ideas, but then I'd get on the microphone and we'd just do like maybe 6, 7, 8 runs, and every one would be different. And they'd all have different lines and things. And then I'd just choose the ones I liked and compiled it. So that's how we did that, really. Whereas, like, now, on this one, it was completely the opposite. Because there was so much going on personally in my personal life when we came to make this record that I was just writing, basically, while I was pushing the shopping cart around the supermarket. They came so easily and so fluently. But in the past, I've always improvised them.
Yeah, I love the spontaneous creation, but also, like after 20 years, I bet there's just so much, that you want to say to your audience and get out there. Yeah,
I mean, well, all I do is translate what's going on around me. I mean, that's all I do, they've got, I suppose, less existentialist as they've got older, which is a good thing, because I think if you're still asking those kind of questions in your 60s, something's not quite right. You know what I mean? I think you should have at least got it partially sussed out by then. But no, I mean, I'm just funneling my experiences into the music. That's all I've ever done.
That's awesome. And I feel like it universally resonates with so many. And like, I know you were saying, oh, we should have been more prolific, like, but I think like this is just, you know, kind of a new era of everyone finding this music.
I really do feel our time's come. I really do feel that. As writers, for, you know, especially, I think our time's come, and we just enjoy. I mean, I'm just enjoying it so much. It's just such an, you know, all the joy. There's no baggage. There's no, you know, there's no negative about things about it, really. We've got a great team of people around us, and that are helping us, like Gillian and the merchandising and the social media manager, and Christoph, our producer, who's co-managing, and Timothy in California, who's making sure that our taxes get paid and stuff. We've just got such a great team around us, and we're just really, really relaxed about it all and enjoying it, just enjoying it.
Yeah, and I think that's the number one important thing.
Number
if you're
one.
Enjoying,
number one. If you're not, you then don't do it.
Exactly. You know? Then what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing it for? Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm so looking forward to this new record and also hearing more live versions of it.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for sharing like Strange Times and this new music with us here in the studio.
You're very welcome. I'm happy to be here, and I really do appreciate KEXP. You've been really good to us over the years, and I don't forget that.
Yeah, and I hope we get to see you guys again soon.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
Amazing. And yeah, thank you to the Chameleons for being here today, and thank you to our listeners and viewers for supporting amazing sessions just like this one. And you can continue to do so. To find more sessions, please subscribe to the KEXP YouTube channel. There's a subscribe button right down there. And these sessions are made possible by donor support. So you can do so by becoming a channel member. You can give a monthly contribution, clicking the join button below the video, and you get exclusive access to live streaming performances of in-studio sessions as a special perk. We're about the perks. And you can also make a donation at KEXP to support this amazing work at kexp.org/live. And this has been Chameleons, live on KEXP.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.